God night, everyone, and welcome back for another epic episode. You are now here with me at the bigger picture. Another night where we are going to do what we came here to do. Attack the liar. Who lied to you? Why did they lie to you? Are they still lying to you? One of the things that I missed, you guys, these last couple of weeks, what you guys have heard of Easter that went by, that represents the resurrection of Christ. Let's talk about it. So, the truth is, how many of you that's my age or a little younger that know that Easter is nothing what it used to be? Remember, every Easter used to have a fresh suit, brand new church suit, brand new shoes. And then when you get out of church, you have brand new sneakers and a brand new outfit on the block. You guys remember how that was back in the days? You would have on the brand new Nikes and stuff like that. You bust out with your, nice Easter after church. You bust out with your nice Easter outfit. Always had to get fresh with something new, brand new. The Easter always had to be fresh. Fresh haircut, fresh everything. You guys remember that? Do you feel that now? That's totally gone. It's totally gone, Do people even know, and people don't even really go to church no more. That's, that's been made all a joke. And the sad thing is that the liar has made the resurrection of Jesus Christ a joke. Because you guys don't believe in it, most of you. How many of you? Ask yourself, get in the comments. It sounds absurd, right? He raised himself from the dead, Bigga. Come on, Bigga. After the third day, yeah, we know the story. How many of you believe that? How many of you out there believe in the resurrection of Jesus Christ? How many of you claim to be Christian and do not believe in the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Ask yourself, talk about it. Now let's look at this. What is the purpose? And what was the purpose of the resurrection? The atoning of sin. Whose sin? Your sin. My sin. Because the person that atoned for it was without sin. When you study the scripture, the lamb had to be without blemish. No man is without blemish. No man. So that gave you an understanding already that that wasn't a regular man. No man like me and you. So what was the purpose of the resurrection? The right the wrong of Adam Yeah, the right, the wrong of Adam. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Hope you find it interesting. Remember, I'm going to make this intriguing. I'm going to make this so interesting that what? You go get the book and open it up yourself and read for yourself. All right, so there's a story. This is not a biblical story, but I'm going to show you how it's biblical truths that you could see that align when you hear the story I'm about to tell you. So, the first people on this earth was Adam and Eve. I know you're going to hear all the liar tell you something different, but they're lying. And those that are not lying are just foolish and don't know what they're talking about. And is under the spell of the liar and believing the liar's lie. But the first people was Adam and Eve. And the first person to die a natural death would have been Adam. I know you're going to think about Cain killed Abel, but I said a natural death. Now, Adam grew to be old, 900 and some years, and he grew sick. And he didn't know what was going on. No one knew what was going on because they hadn't experienced this yet. He just couldn't get his rhythm back when he was down. So, he said to Eve and his son Seth, and sent them out on a mission to go back to the garden, to go back to the tree of life. And if they could get back to the tree of life and bring him a piece of fruit from the tree of life, that, he was thinking that's what he needed. He already had a, pre-notion of that. Adam sent Eve and Seth out. They left while he's sick, dying. No one knows what it is though yet. On their journey, they're stopped by the angel. The angel turns them around because if you understand now, the Bible, this is where it comes in at, and if you know, Adam and Eve was put out of the Garden of Eden, and God put cherubs to guard any of us, even us, from ever being able to go there because of the tree of life existing there. And that's that. It's guarded by cherubs. Cherubs are angels, certain angels. So now back to the story. She stopped by the angel, and the angel said, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? What you looking for? What you want?" She said, "Trying to get to the tree of life. If I could get to the tree of life and get this piece of fruit for Adam, he could be all right. Something's wrong with him. We don't know. Something's wrong with him." Angel, of course, tell her no. Can't do that. But this is what I'm going to do for you. Gave her a fig from the tree and said to her, I want you to take the fig back to Adam. And she said, all right. So, all right. And Seth went on a journey back to Adam. Adam died before they could get back, unfortunately. So when they got back, they buried Adam. And the town that they buried him in, now getting back to the Bible, is documented right in the Bible. Many of you don't know. I've spoke about this stuff before, but I know things go in and out of one ear or whatever. You study it. I'm not even going to, again, now tell you the name of the town and everything for that. Open up the Bible, get the book and study to be self-approved, because these stories are more than amazing, they're purposeful. Now, they buried Adam, and that's in the Bible, town and everything. In the story, when they buried him, she still had the fig. She takes the fig and she says, what am I to do with this fig? Adam is dead already. Well, she didn't know, well, yeah, I guess they knew what they might have labeled it by then, because he was, yeah. So she put the fig, she buried the fig with Adam. Buried the fig with him. Now, the story is that fig that she buried him with ended up growing to be the tree that was used in the crucifixion of Christ. Now, I know y'all are going to say, how did you just get that bigger? How did you just put that together? How could that story even go with it? Study the scriptures to make yourself self-approved. The same place Jesus was crucified was the same place Adam was buried. The same place Jesus was crucified was the same place Adam was buried. Do you think that had no significance? Do you know right underneath the ground where he was crucified at, downstairs, is Adam's buried? Same place, right downstairs. Now, it was said that after the fig was put where Adam, it grew up to be the tree, and it was used in the crucifixion of Christ. Now, we know that after Christ rose, the resurrection, this is Bible. The earth shook and spirits were seen rising with him all around the earth. That's Bible. It tells you that those was the souls that he freed from the abyss, hell. He came back and he said, I have the keys I have the keys to death and hell. He took the keys. That's Bible. That is where you get the term the battle is already won. I could go into explaining to why for us it don't seem like that, but that's a whole, we're gonna take our time, guys. I told you I gotta make this interesting and intriguing for you guys. And what's interesting and intriguing about giving a baby big boy food? You know, you can't eat, a little baby infant can't eat a piece of steak. Oh, and for those of you out there that know exactly what I'm talking about and, know the stories and could break them all down, kudos to you. Please help. Find someone that is around you and start ministering and telling them the word that you know. So, now getting back to it. So, now we have the resurrection that happens, and reportedly, according to scripture, all of these souls, spirits, arise the same day as Christ. Now, if you study scripture, we would understand that already those souls that rose with him were supposed to be the souls of the prophets and the people and those of before. So Adam, of course, would have been mixed in that, right? What's so amazing is that they say the earth shook, right? When this happened. The earth shook. It's documented fact of that. So when the earth shook, guess what happened when Christ was buried? Which is documented fact. Go look it up. There's videos of it. Adam's tomb cracked open. All right, guys. Death, as I've been telling you, is our enemy and the liar. And the liar wants to lie to you about the resurrection. Why do the liar wants to lie to you about the resurrection? Because the liar knows that if you do not believe and understand the resurrection, you have already been defeated by death. Because the resurrection is the only hope from death. We have no other hope as humans from death other than the resurrection of the glorified body. Why was the crucifixion even needed? It was to defeat death. This quite sounds absurd, Bigga. Somebody raising themselves from the dead and, all of this stuff. This sounds like crazy talk. No, what sounds absurd is that you are here at this precise moment. Yeah. How absurd does that sound? Stop. Think about it. You being here at this precise moment. How did you get here? How was you even created? Oh, a man and woman met each other and had a little and somehow you are there now, grown ass. Who made them? And tell me, how did that happen? Riddle me that story. The Big Bang? Oh. Tell me the sky is having Big Bang and it made, like perfect design, life came walking about. Tadpole grew up into this perfect human body. You riddle it to me. The resurrection is our hope. It is the truth, the way, and the life. We would not have an opportunity to defeat death and hell follows if it wasn't for the resurrection of Christ. That's so much to get into, like I said, because that shouldn't be something that is rushed. I'm here. I'm going to get a phone number to make available. I'm going to start doing lives once I see it's built up and we can get lives in the building. Y'all can come talk to me. I don't expect, you all to agree with me, But we need to sit down as brethren and figure it out because death is our common enemy. And I can show you some things that the liar might have lied to you so much about it. Don't feel bad. It says that even in this day, maybe even the own elect could somehow get tricked or forced. So even the elect somehow, if it was possible, it says. They don't feel bad. It's, we are living in the time of the Antichrist. How much worse can it get? Thank you for being here on another epic night. There's so much more that I could go in with this with you guys with. But like I said, let's ease our way in. Don't give the baby too much hard food that it can't digest. I want you to be able to digest it. Soon, I will be doing lives or have a phone number where y'all could reach so we could talk if need be, and build. I don't expect you guys to agree with me, but I do expect respect. Treat one another as we all wanted to be treated and how God has treated us. And before I go, don't you know, or maybe this is your first time, the night is soon ending. and the sun shall rise.
Hey!
Clip smoke. We back. Where you been, brother? Don't ever leave me like this again. We brothers. We in this together. You are in the presence of something great. My testimony is test for many. Few good men, no pick any. You tell your crew shell. Zeus fell unloose in hell. I can show you how to protect the flock. Stop, clock, best just watch. My soul jive soon gon' turn to a lie sound good, but the truth will hurt you. Charismatic, you're just average. Past static, left dead in the ground grave. What the hell you sniff could leave you stiff. Swift with the gift when did Christmas. He the man on a horse and stable. Dead a different world, but he still gon' pay bill. I can show you what is next to flesh. You can play deaf, what I speak is left. Hold on, where you at?